Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Tuesday session. Hold on one moment. There we go. So good to be here, and I'm really excited to share another love letter from the divine, from the beloved, from God to each one of us. Just as so many of these sessions have been an expression, an extension of the eternal love and devotion that God has for each one of us, calling us to have the same expression of devotion for that one, for God. When our devotion is full and complete, then it meets and matches the devotion and the love that the beloved feels for you. And when these two come together and join, heaven is revealed infinitely through and as each one of us. And every moment brings us closer to that full experience of that love. What other reason would we be here? This is why Jesus 2,000 years ago said, the first and most important commandment is to love the Lord your God with your whole heart, your whole mind, and your whole soul. Because Jesus knew that when we do that, when we allow that to claim us, then we come into a matching vibration with the love and the devotion of God, which is full and complete for you every moment. Until we have that same longing and desire for the divine as God has for you, for each one of us, we seem to be out of, I guess, dissonant. We don't match that frequency, the frequency of God's longing for you. The idea that God would be longing for you is rather strange, and ultimately none of these words mean anything, but there is a feeling behind them that if you can allow to penetrate, then you'll find that place and enter into that place where there are no words, where the concepts fall apart completely. But we get as close as we can. The closest that we can get in this moment is to say that God's longing for you is whole, is complete. And when you're longing for that completion, that completeness, that divine spark, God, when your longing for God is as complete as God's longing is for you, then you will know only that. And isn't that your real goal, to know only that? If it's not, it needs to be. If it isn't your only goal, then all that really means is that you're still wandering through a dark, dreamy forest that has no real reality. But the moment that you arrive at this experience of longing for only that which is true, only that which is loving, only you, then you will know that your longing has matched the longing of God for you. And then all things will be revealed. Heaven's gates will open for you, within you, as you. So that being said, I want to share this beautiful passage that came to me this morning from this new collection I'm working on. I love sitting down right before session begins with my cup of coffee and just saying, okay, how will this longing extend today? What is there to share with all of my brothers and sisters that somehow comes close to expressing that longing that you have for us to remember and to awaken? So this is what I want to share today. In fact, I want you to drink this in as if you're one who has been parched, traveling through an open desert with nothing. And I want your longing for that divine sustenance, that divine elixir, to have that longing be so complete and so pronounced that you feel every word of this. Here we go. I could never forget the truth in you, just as you could never fail to remember it. I literally am your remembrance. And that is why you rush to the sound of my voice when you hear it, just as a small child rushes to the sound of her mother's voice when she is lost in a dark forest at night. Let me read that one more time, and once again, just drink this in. This is the divine God, your own I am reality, speaking directly and intimately to you. So treat it as that. Treat it as an intimate exchange. Here we go. I could never forget the truth in you, just as you could never fail to remember it. I literally am your remembrance. And that is why you rush to the sound of my voice when you hear it, just as a small child rushes to the sound of her mother's voice when she is lost in a forest at night. You seem to be on a long, strange journey that has taken you far from your home. But when you open your eyes and look at your feet, you find that they're soft, not calloused. And your clothes contain none of the dust from the road that you thought you traveled. It's beautiful. You look into my eyes, which are really your eyes, and you see the whole universe reflected there. And in that holy instant, you will remember who you are, who you have always been, and that you were never really threatened by the dreams that only seemed to take you from my side. And in that holy instant, when you look into my eyes, you will remember who you are, who you've always been, and that you've never really been threatened by the dreams that only seem to take you from my side. You are in my heart and will forever remain. So dream no more, sweet child. Turn with me away from the illusions that have claimed your attention until now. Let nothing stand in the way of truth. If you let me guide you, we will take the last meaningless journey together. For I know which path leads away from the dream and which leads deeper into it. I will not abandon you, and you must not abandon me. Together, we go straight to God. Once again, this is a letter of such love and devotion to you, to the truth of who you are, calling you to have that same devotion and love so that they match. And when they match, this is the exact same as God taking your hand. When your devotion and your love matches the devotion and love that God has for you, that is like taking God's hand, the beloved's hand, who then guides you effortlessly to the home that you never left except in your imagination. Do you see that? Why would you not take that hand? The hand of love that is being offered. Sometimes we say things like, I don't really need to have a longing. I don't need to long for God because I am one with God. Well, that's true, but you don't believe it. If only you believed that. That's a concept. That's an idea until it's a reality, until it's a lived reality. And you can't, well, actually, you can use that concept to deny or to keep away. And that's what we do when we let our logic play a role. I don't have to long only for God because that's all there is. I am one with God. It would be better to come to God with wholly empty hands. It would be better to come knowing nothing rather than thinking that you know anything. The only thing that you need to know is for your longing for love to match love's longing for you. Period. Because when that happens, when your love and your longing for that is so complete that you feel your fingers wrap within the fingers and the hand of the beloved, then you will know. This is the experience that we speak about so often. Give up all of the ideas, give up all of the concepts. They mean nothing. Throw away this course. You don't need any of it. What you need is to match the longing of love for love. And when you do, oh my goodness, this world will mean nothing to you then, because only love is real. And you are that. So take a deep breath now. And see if you can feel that love, that radiance reaching out to you. Almost as if the beloved is reaching out its hand, reaching out to your hand, and you reach yours out, and you feel the fingers wrap around each other, and you allow yourself to be taken, to be guided, to be shown the path that leads straight to heaven. You need do nothing but this, just to allow your love to match love itself. That's all you need to do. Give up all of those other ideas and concepts. They haven't gotten you anywhere. They've just led you deeper into the dark forest that you thought separated you from your home, but it never really did. Give up every thought but that longing and that desire of love for love. And then you will find yourself fully embraced by love. Let's take one more deep breath. And there you have it. I'm looking to see if Vicky is here, but I don't see her. So, Vicky, are you here, or am I just not seeing you? But I do see Christina. So, Christina, would love to hear what that inspires within you.
Good morning. Can you hear my voice?
We sure can.
Great. Words. It's early for words.
It always is, isn't it? And it's too late for words as well.
It's true.
It reminds me of my favorite movie, Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon. And in one of my favorite lines is when Francesco has gone through his transformation, and now he's rebuilding the chapel of San Damiano, and Bernardo da Quintavalle comes to him and says, "I want to help you, Francis." And Francesco says, "Words, words. There was a time when I believed in words."
That's perfect. I am. Those are probably the only words that we need. I am the beloved. I am the current that I am seeking. I am that. Maybe this morning it would be good to just allow all of us to take a breath and just rest in that current together for a number of minutes to allow the experience to come forth. We listen every day. We show up every day. But why don't we just take a few moments together? Just take a deep breath, put whatever you have aside that may distract you,
Yes.
and just allow yourself to enter this unified field that we all are within. Just let yourself drop into that current.
And for those of you who are watching the recording, I'm going to go ahead and turn the recording off now and just encourage you to sit where you are, just as we are together, and know that we're one no matter what time it is. So, here we go.